You guys a quick update of the issue. Well, okay, all right. So I was working on a cosplay. The issue with the cosplay is that I can't get it online because they don't make the cosplay. It's not popular. So I had a plan. Last weekend I was going to dedicate it towards, getting the cosplay, getting the costume at least close to it, go from there. Yeah, it didn't work. I was upset, practically in tears, because it did not go the way I wanted. So this is what. Yeah, fabric paint or the spray is a no-no. Yeah. The problem is it smudged. It was smudging, and it was like I was so upset because it doesn't look like, as you can see here, we have some massive smudges here. We have like the dots, right there is one. Because the paint would smudge on the stencil, and it was just real bad. So I had to get. I thought, oh my god, I can salvage it, put it in the wash. Yeah, it was bad. Then I had to get a new one, which it sucked because I didn't want to, but I had to because I had to start from scratch. So, knowing what I know, so this is the vinyl that it has. So this is the vinyl that's on the arm. So this is the vinyl. But there are some things that I have learned. There you go. There's the vinyl. As you can see, it says SWAT. That's as close as you're going to get to see. All right. So there's some things that I have learned about. So the first time I did it, I thought fabric spray paint would be easier to cover it up. I was under the impression that it was like regular spray paint. When you spray it on something, you don't see it. Yeah, no, that didn't work out. Also, so it didn't work out. It didn't cover it completely. And then when I washed it, because the directions say after 72 hours of drying, you have to wash it. You have to wash it on the delicate cycle, and you have to have it dry in the delicate cycle. Okay, so I did everything that it said to do. And I even did it inside out because it says you have to put it inside out. Even the directions on the costume itself said it must be washed inside out because of the vinyl. Well, so I did what I was supposed to do, and it did not work out. Turns out fabric paint and vinyl do not mix. So fabric paint and vinyl do not mix. All right, so I had to do the patch job. Yeah, the back made it look like, as you can see. As you can see, it looks like a prison thing. I am going to keep this because this can be used for something else. I don't know what exactly. That an escape prison. I don't know. I'll keep it in handy if I have to. But so that's that. So, and I also, I patched up, it's sucky. And also fabric, spray, paint, and stencil don't seem to go well together. So I had to think of a new plan of attack. So I bought a new one, and I have vinyl that I have to cover. Well, instead of doing a whole new patch job, which kind of looked wonky, I do have these guys. So these are adhesives, and they are basically made to repair clothing. So let's say if you have a hole on your jacket, on your winter jacket, you could just pop this on. And it's water resistant and so forth. So I have two different sizes. I have this and I have this. This will probably use, because there's 8 over here and there's 8 over here. You can cut them in any design you want and it will stick. It's permanent and things of that nature. So once, and you can see it actually looks like pepper. So there is that. Also, I did some tests, and probably should have brought in the patches that I had to take my test pieces, but that's okay. So I have right here an acrylic pen, painter's pen, and it is white, and it is permanent and multi-purpose and everything, so things of that nature. So I did some tests, and the issue is these guys, not saying that they don't work, the issue is they smudge. So when I put the stencil on the test piece, and I was to get a paint brush and dip it in, it kind of bleeds, it kind of smudges a bit. When I use this, it goes through, but it doesn't give a nice white color. So I had thought of a plan of attack. I would go through all of the checkered pieces with this guy, and then go over it again with these guys. So basically, I could do 2 coats. This is right here. Both of these actually say shake well with the 2 apply coats of paint using a brush or sponge, dry flat for 4 hours, and be sure to turn the fabric inside out before washing. Well, I will do so. So, like I said, I'm going to go with this first, and then go over it with one of these guys. Regardless of the matter, it has to be done. Like, they're practically the same. Only one says coats, 2 to 3 coats and stuff like that. They're practically the same. It basically says have cardboard underneath it in between to prevent bleeding and so forth. So that is my plan of attack. I also learned the first time, don't put sealer. This is more for paint, not fabric paint, because I left some sealer, stings on it. And I was hoping they would wash off, but they didn't wash off. Yeah, not that they got worse, it just didn't wash off. So, sealer is a no-no. So if you guys are thinking that sealer is okay for fabric paint, big no-no. It's just regular paint. Or, puzzles, if you want to use it for puzzles. That's about it. Yeah, so no here, no here, no here. Hopefully this time around it'll be a heck of a lot better now that I have a better plan of attack. When I did the patch job, my sewing skills were not as good as I thought they were. So I had to use fabric glue. The issue with the fabric glue is that it stretches. So like super glue and stuff, it will stretch, and it's just like, ugh, not really good. But yeah, so I have a plan of attack. I know what to do. I am going to pop that bad boy into the washer, put it on delicates because it is a delicate, and go from there, because it says right there, in order to use it, it has to be pre-washed fabric. So, I'm following directions, I'm following orders, so I am going to go from there. But yeah, that is my update. It sucks that I kind of have to start from scratch, but at least I have an idea what not to do. So I know not to put sealer on it. I know that fabric paint's not going to work for the vinyl. I know that my sewing skills are whack. Okay, cool. I know not to use actual fabric spray paint, just use actual fabric paint. I know now, when I was doing my test, use the acrylic pen first. It'll take a while, yes, and then go from there. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, so you live and you learn. It sucks that I have to start from scratch, but at least I have an idea of what direction I have to take and a new angle. I can now look at the issue at a new angle. So yeah, that's about it. So there we go. Yeah, wish me luck.